I am still on topic of projectile. I have started this topic long before now. I've solved some questions on these topics, but I still want to solve more questions for the people and the students that need them to understand more concerning this topic so that after watching them, they will never remain the same on this topic, right? I am advising you parents, uncles, brothers, aunties, and even teachers to direct your young ones on this my page or my YouTube channel. The link is on this video, okay? So that they will learn more on physics topics and mathematics, especially this topic I'm treating now, right now. I will now move on right now to solve some questions now. Then I'm advising you to even watch more that I've solved. This question now will be unique and wonderful to compare the previous one I've done, okay? Now look at this wonderful question on board. A tennis ball is hit with a velocity of 10 meters per second at an angle of 60 degrees to the horizontal. Calculate A, the maximum height, B, range, C, the time of flight. Please, let's solve this. Bring your writing materials. The formula for maximum height is H equals to U square sine theta square all over 2g. Okay, that is the formula we will use to find the maximum height. Now the question says that a tennis ball is hit with a velocity of 10 meters per second, and this h here in this formula stands for maximum height. U here stands for our initial velocity. Then theta here stands for the angle of projection. Then G stands for acceleration due to gravity. And our initial velocity from the question says 10 meters per second. Then the angle of projection says 60 degrees. Now let's fix them on this formula. Now we say h, which is the maximum height, is equals to our initial velocity is 10 meters per second, which is raised to power 2. U is raised to power 2, then you raise 10 to 2. Then sine theta squared, our theta is 60 degrees, all over 2 times 10. Our G is 10, which is constant, which is equals to 10 raised to power 2. I said that U is 10 raised to power 2 sine times sine 60 squared all over 2 times 10. Now, 10 raised to power 2 means 100 times sine 60 times sine 60, because sine 60 squared means sine 60 times sine 60 all over 2 times 10, okay? Now, when we use our calculator to multiply out, we now have 100 times sine 60. When you use our calculator to find sine 60, we now have 0.866 times 0.866 all over 2 times 10, which when we multiply out, this times this one 0.866 times 0.866 is 100 times 0.75 all over 2 times 10. When we multiply this now, we now have 75. 100 times 0.75, we now have 75 all over 2 times 10, which is 20. And when we divide this, we now have 3.75 meter. That is how to use this formula to solve for maximum height of the projection. Thank you for watching. Please don't go away. We are still solving for the range and time of flight. Okay. That the question also say that we should calculate for range. The formula for range is r equals to u square sine 2 times theta all over g. This r here stands for the range, u stands for the initial velocity, then this g stands for the acceleration due to gravity, then theta stands for the angle of projection. Fixing our the same value, we now remember that we have our initial velocity to be 10 square sine 2 times 60, because our theta is still 60, okay, all over 10, which is our g. Now, 10 square means 10 times 10, which is 100. Then sine 2 times 60 is 120 all over 10, which will have 100 times. Sine 120 is what? Sine 120 is 0.866 all over 10. Now, using our calculator to multiply this out, we now have 100 times 0.866. We now have 86.6 over 10. And when we divide this 86.6 by 10, we now have 8.66 meter. That is the value of our range. Please still stay on, because we are going to solve for the time of flight. Okay, so the formula for the time of flight is t equals to 2u sine theta all over g. T here stands for the time of flight, time of the movement of the projection. U stands for velocity, theta stands for angle of projection, then g stands for gravity, acceleration due to gravity. Now, calculating for this time of flight, we now have 2 times our u is still 10 sine 60 all over 10. 2 times 10 is 20, times sine 60 is 0.866 all over 10. And when we multiply this times this, we now have 17.32 over 10. And when we divide 17.32 over 10, we now have 1.732 seconds. That is the time of projection. Please, I still beg you to follow me on Facebook and other social media, and subscribe to my YouTube channel.